Welcome to Ink and Fitness. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Anthony. I am someone who went from skinny to fit, and these videos are purely educational. So this way, if you are someone who's a skinny individual or someone who's just looking to bulk more efficiently, then you can take what you're learning inside these videos, apply it, be consistent with it, and you should be able to see some results within a 4 to 6 month time frame. Of course, if you are someone who's looking for a more personalized approach to coaching, to figuring all this stuff out, if you need more support, more accountability, the link to my calendar will be down below in the description. So feel free to check that out. And I'd be more than happy to set you up with a game plan to see if I'm able to help you out and point you in the right direction overall. So enough about that though. Let's get straight into things for with this video for today, where I'm going to be teaching you guys how to massively improve your bulk. And there's really three main simple things that I'd like to go over with you within this video. So it's going to be a pretty short one, to be honest. But let's jump right into things for today. So the number one thing that I always like to cover, and this might be me sounding like a broken disc record at this point, but it's the importance of not dirty bulking, because when you dirty bulk, you essentially just gain a mass amount of excess fat that you don't need that you don't need at all whatsoever. You feel shitty. You may even feel like you look shitty. It really just messes with your mental as well. You feel fatigued. It's like a whole lot of negatives for very little positives. Okay, slight pause in the video, but as I was saying, overall, a whole lot of negatives with dirty bulking for very little positives. At the end of the day, someone who is dirty bulking, they're prioritizing weight gain opposed to muscle gain. So the way we kind of combat this, or the better, more systematic, efficient way to bulk, is doing a lean bulk instead. And essentially, what a lean bulk is where you eat slightly above your maintenance calories. So like a few hundred calories above your maintenance, opposed to a few thousand above your maintenance if you were going to do a dirty bulk. So the sweet spot for a lean bulk, how much you should be eating in excess of your maintenance, is around 3 to 500 calories. You're probably going to be, not probably, you will be adding 300 to 500 calories more on top of what you're already eating each time you stop gaining weight, because it gets to a point where your body just adapts and you stop gaining weight after adding 3 to 500 calories on top of what you're already eating. So that's when you need to add more calories within that sweet spot, that frame that I was talking about, between 3 to 500. So this way you can start gaining weight again, and then when you plateau again, add some more, and then you just rinse and repeat that same process throughout your bulking phase. A good bulking phase should last anywhere between 4 to 6 months. 6 months, sorry. You could go for longer. The only problem with going for longer, though, is that you start to get worn down mentally and physically. So if you are able to go longer, definitely, go longer. But 4 to 6 months is plenty for you to see some good results. And then you can take a short break, and then you can decide what to do afterwards. You can continue bulking, or you can just go ahead and do some sort of cut. Um, Now, when I say not to dirty bulk, I don't mean to cut out junk food completely, right? You want to view junk food or cheat meals, whatever you want to call it, as more of a tool under your tool belt to use whenever you feel like you need it. So, for example, if you're eating the same meals every single day of the week, it's going to get to a point where you're just sick and tired of that meal. And sure, you can switch things up. You can cook yourself a different meal, whatever it is, right? That might be the easier option, quote unquote easier, because you have to cook the food, you have to prep the food. Um, but there's some days where you just don't feel like doing that, right? And you also don't feel like eating the same meals every day. And so maybe if you want to swap out one of those meals for burgers and fries or a hot dog or whatever your cheat meal of choice is, then you'd be able to do so, because you're allowing yourself to treat yourself during the bulk. It makes the bulk more sustainable, more enjoyable, and plus you get a nice little boost of calories and protein as well. If you are picking a cheat meal that is, that has some sort of protein in place. Um, and so that's what I mean when I say view junk food, view cheat meals as more of a tool rather than just a negative or something that you shouldn't completely eat at all whatsoever. Not at all. If anything, it's going to be very helpful for you throughout your bulking phase. So definitely keep that in mind whenever you do hear cheat meals or junk food. Moving forward, zero distractions. Oof, this is a huge one because I'm sure a lot of you guys are addicted to your phones and, and iPads and computers, kind of like I am a little bit here. But specifically with this slide, zero distractions. Whenever we eat our food, I know I like to do this. I like to pull up something to watch at the same time. Sometimes I like to do it. Other times I just want to be alone to my thoughts. Um, that kind of fun stuff. But for the most part, I'm definitely going to put on a movie or a show or scroll through TikTok. And I know many of you like to do that as well. And nothing wrong with that at all whatsoever. I'm not here to bash on that. But if we are eating a meal while being distracted by whatever we're watching or doing, then it takes longer for us to complete or to finish that meal. So, for example, like if we're 45 minutes deep into whatever we're doing, scrolling, watching a show or a movie, we're probably not even halfway done our meal. Or even if we are, we still have the other half to go. And then before we know it, the time for the next meal that we have to eat comes around and then we have to force feed. And so it takes us longer to finish the meal. It really wastes a lot of time and energy. And it's not a good time at all whatsoever. I mean, you're having a good time in the moment watching whatever you're watching, but after you look down and realize that you're not even done your food, it's just kind of like an oh shit moment. Like I need to, pick up the pace a little bit here. So the way to combat this is be in an area, ideally your dinner table, where there are zero distractions. Do not turn on the TV, anything like that. And the only reason you're going to use your phone is you're going to use it as a timer instead of just scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. So you want to set a timer for 15 minutes, set that timer down, and then for those full 15 minutes, all that you're going to do is just eat your meal. And you'd be surprised of how much you'd be able to finish of your meal within that 15 minutes, right? You're either going to be done the whole meal or you're going to be almost done the meal. So try that out. I think it's really going to help you guys out, especially the hard bulkers out there. Liquid calories. All right, this is also a really good one. So there's the perspective where you just get bored of eating the same foods every day, much like I was saying on that first slide about cheat meals. The same thing applies here, right? With liquid calories, it's like if you're bored of eating the same cheat meal, or how can anyone be bored of eating cheat meals? But you'd be surprised. You have some people who get tired of eating certain cheat meals, and they can mix it up, but sometimes they just don't feel like it. And also, money does cost money to buy, fast food type of items. Um, and also, like, if you are someone who's getting higher up there in calories, obviously that means you're going to eat bigger portion meals, and that's going to leave you a little bit fuller than you're comfortable with, right? And so, with liquid calories, if you have the budget for protein powder, go ahead and buy some. But it's going to be super helpful for you because you can make protein shakes that are up towards almost 1,000 calories in some recipes with 60 plus grams of protein. All you have to do is just Google protein shake recipes with whatever flavored protein powder that you have. I recommend chocolate just because chocolate is delicious and tasty and it pairs well with almost everything. But if you look that up on Google, you'll see a shitload of recipes for you to make, for you to take down, and it's really going to be helpful for you because not only are liquid calories so easy to take down, but some of them can be delicious too if you find the right recipe that um, that you just really enjoy taking down, essentially. So definitely do this or definitely implement liquid calories. Um, I, in my opinion, it's not a substitute for a meal, and it should not be something you consume 3 times a day or anything like that. That's way too much. It's a little bit overboard at that point. But if anything, once a day is fine. And this is especially helpful for those who have a 9 to 5, who go to school, who maybe you're a parent, people who are just busy right throughout their days, and they just need to get those calories in and get their protein in as well. So it's going to be helpful for you all specifically. So And yeah, the last point here, consuming liquids is far easier than eating solid foods, just so easier to take down. It takes you probably less than 5 minutes to consume a protein shake of sorts. That covers it for the video for today, though, guys. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Once more, if you are someone who's looking for one-to-one coaching, the link for that will be down below in the description. Much love to you all. Comment down below what you all want to see next in terms of a video idea. And until the next one, peace.